When I was a child, my mother used to read me books backwards at night. Everything is the same, only all the words are backwards. Story from the end to the beginning, from the last page to the first. At first, I did not understand. In fact, in childhood, no one understands anything at all. But then I somehow immediately understood everything. I began to understand the plots backwards. I began to feel the dialogues backwards. I began to experience emotions backwards. I began to walk backwards. I began to dress, put on shoes, and do everything backwards. When I came to school, few people understood me. I had a lot of problems, and the teacher scolded me all the time for writing everything backwards. But that's what I am. I always start from the end. I had problems in relationships too. I'm generally handsome, probably, but few people understand me. They don't want to communicate with me. I had to break up with my first girlfriend in order to start dating. I couldn't help it. We immediately started to quarrel. She didn't understand what I was doing, why I was like that. She didn't understand me. Then we stopped quarreling with each other, and then when we finally met up, and she understood everything. But we had to leave, because we've already met. As I got older, I began to understand even more. I read somewhere about the fact that sooner or later, the heat death of the universe will come, and everything will end. Planets, stars, even black holes. Due to radiation, everything will give up their last photons, and there'll be nothing left. Nothing at all. And time will start again, only in the opposite direction. And everything that we experienced, everything that we thought, everything that we did in our lives, all this will begin from the end. And when time ends, and everything ends, and the universe ends, and time begins from the end, then you will understand everything. And then I'll laugh. When you first lose all your loved ones and all your teeth, when you first live through all your longest, saddest years of old age, first do what was always in the end, when you first understand, and then everything happens. When you'll be born again, that's when I'll laugh. Then I'll look at you and say, ha ha!